What's up, everybody? It's your girl, T Moore, and welcome to the Book of Tea. I am an author, attorney, but most of all, I am one dope ass to three amazing humans that I get the privilege of parenting. And so, a couple of weeks ago, just 3 weeks ago now, or depending when this drops, which is probably a bit weird. So, last month, I turned 41. And I looked at how I've been really working on my skincare game because I realized my makeup lays better if I take care of my skin. And that has been the winner here. But anyway, back to the thing. So I decided to start a series. I'm going to do a 4-part series about the 41 wins that are 41 life lessons. I don't know what we'll call it. But anyway, it's going to be 4 parts. And so we're going to start with part 1, which is finding your inner peace. So we're going to talk about friendship and freedom and letting go and moving on. What does that look like, right? And so the first life lesson I've learned is at this big age, I don't have to beg people to be my friend. Let's go. We're not doing that, y'all. We are not begging people to be our friend. Over the past few years here now, I have lost some friendships along the way. And I'm pretty reflective person. I am pretty good about taking accountability for my actions. I am a person that can be corrected. And there are times where I'm like, I want to hear that. Like, don't talk to me. But for the most part, I really can say that I do look within, especially if I've offended somebody, because I believe that, intent matters. We also have to understand that the impact will still happen despite the intent. But intentions do matter, right? Anyway, so one particular friend that it kind of hurt, but it kind of started to show me some of my own abandonment issues, right? That I had growing up because I grew up when my dad was in the military, and so we moved around a lot. And so for me, that played a part in me wanting to connect. I also had older brothers. I didn't have any sisters until my mom ended up having a sister, but she's 10 years, we're 10 years, almost 10 years apart, not quite 10, but she is one of my besties. So but I was still craving these friendships, and so I would latch on to women, especially women who I thought were strong women who have very strong personalities, and just because I felt like, oh, if I could be like them, I'll do this, whatever. So anyway, this one particular incident that happened, it was a misunderstanding. I don't know if I call it misunderstanding. I think it was understood. I think what it was uh, they wanted to take advantage of a situation. And I, for one time, I stood on business about it. And I didn't budge from it because I wasn't in the wrong and it was not my fault. And I had the receipts to prove it. I had the receipts. I was like, you ain't gonna make me think I'm crazy. Maybe said I said something I didn't say. I, I got it here on this day. You said this, and then I said this to which you said that. When I didn't hear from you again, why would you have expected me to do X, Y, and Z when I didn't have what I needed to do X, Y, and Z? That's me. And even here recently, a friend that I really valued that relationship, just kind of seeing that it's just not the same. But what I don't have to do is I don't have to beg for your friendship. We either gonna rock together or we not gonna rock together. And so friendship should flow naturally. And if I have to plead for your attention or your affection as my friend, then maybe we need to reevaluate some things. And so listen, friend, real friends stick around without the need for persuasion. You don't gotta beg nobody to be your friend. And we're not doing that. Full stop. Number 2 life lesson I've learned. I deserve to celebrate all the wins, big or small. Listen, my birthday is in January. It is right after the holidays. People ain't got no money, okay? Before tax season starts, people are gathering their stuff for taxes to hopefully get a refund. But it's a weird time, okay, for January babies. Okay, I don't know if it's the same for all January babies, but for my experience as a January baby, it's not been all that great. And it could be, I'll be honest with you, it could be perspective as well, right? It could be, there could be some perception that I may be looking at. wrong in certain cases. But we tend, and I'm going to generalize this, but because I think a lot of us do this, we tend to wait for other people to validate our wins for us, right? And I think it's a form of imposter syndrome as well, that we feel like we didn't earn something, we didn't deserve this. But when I hit the USA Today bestsellers list, I earned that. I wrote that book, right? I did that. When I decided to become an author and I signed with my first agent and when I sold my first book to Scholastic, like I did the work to get there. When I went to law school to become an attorney, and by every means of all the statistics, I should never have been accepted to anybody's law school. I did that, but I never really celebrated myself along the way. And that's what we got to do. Every victory counts, right? And whether it's acting, acing a presentation, or it's just getting through a tough day, because listen, it's a lot of shit going on right now. Okay? It's a lot of stuff. Chaos and uncertainty is happening every other day. And I'm gonna leave that there. But take a moment just to celebrate. Like, especially if you're going through depression. I remember I was going through depression, and the best I could do in the moment was just get up out the bed, take my kids to school, and I brushed my teeth and I washed my. I may not put on no clothes, but I at least took care of my hygiene because that was the best I could do. Friends, celebrate yourself, big or small. Do it. All right. Life lesson number 3: dressing up and putting on a little face really does make me feel good because listen, I've been learning how to put my makeup on. And I'm gonna have to do some videos with y'all. We're gonna have to like as we get to know each other and y'all care enough to want to see like a day in the life. The way I just use eyeshadow brushes, video kind of way, it's actually quite fun. But it comes out good. So like today I put on a little face because I had to do a presentation and I got to do an exclusive reading for some little readers. And so I want to put on just a little face, not too much for them, but just a little something. But it feels good. And so there's power in looking good. It really is some truth to how you present yourself really matters. Like, so you gotta boost your confidence up, right? And turn a gloomy day into a sunny day. I know that's so cheesy and so corny, but listen, just try it. Just put on a little clothes. Now listen, I still may go outside in my yoga pants, but at least I'm gonna make sure I look presentable to go outside. Even today, I put on a bra for y'all. So there's that. Well, not for y'all. I really did it for the kids because I didn't want the puppy dog tears to be just, you know what? Listen. We'll talk about that later. Life lesson number 5. I get to curate the experiences that bring me joy. Listen, I think I just learned that on my 41st birthday this year, that I get to curate the joy of my life. So this year, actually last month, my best friend and I, we kind of started this tradition with her son where we meet up and we go to an amusement park with our kids, and there's another family that comes with us. And then she and I take our kids and we do like a little hotel summer party with the kids or whatever. Before I hit the road to come back home. So anyway, we're up, we're talking, we're having crab legs, because who doesn't like crab legs at 11 o'clock at night? And she's like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't celebrate my 40th. Like, it was very lackluster. Life was life in. And so it was just like, yeah, whatever. And so she's like, no, seriously. And I was like, well, something I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to go see a play on Broadway. And I would really love to see The Lion King. And she was like, bet, let's make it happen. Now, mind you, a couple of weeks ago, I had talked about it with another girlfriend about doing this, and we were all on board. But then I started to feel the feels, and I was like, you know what, maybe I don't go. Maybe I don't go. And I just call it a day. Well, I ended up going to NYC for my birthday. First time me going to New York City. I've been in New York, but never to the city, never seen Times Square in person or anything like that. So that was a treat. And so as I'm looking down from the Lion King where they have the theater, first of all, you understand like a district of theaters, so like different plays put at different places. It was just completely a mind-blowing experience for me. But I'm looking down and I'm looking at Times Square. I'm like overcome with them, right? Because, yo, I deserve it. This is bringing me joy. This is exciting me. This is giving me something I didn't know I needed. And for that, I'm grateful. And so to you, I say, you're the architect of your happiness. Choose experiences that light you up and make your heart sing. And it doesn't matter what it is. You get to decide. Do it, friend. Number 6, protecting my peace is a non-negotiable and is, again, something I just probably got in the last year or so. It's just, this really goes without saying. Peace is priceless. Okay? Guard it fiercely. Okay? And don't let anybody disrupt it. Snatch it back if they try to disrupt it. Remove the unpeaceful people in your life. Now, if they're your children or your job or whatever the case, you got to think about some things. Just can't remove. But seriously, protect your peace, friend. It's a lot going on. For me, one way I do that is I don't really watch the news. There's a level of ignorance that I have when it comes to what's going on in the world. I am aware, but I choose how much I take in because I am a true empath. And I really just cannot handle a lot of negativity in my space. So protect it. Number 7, the choices of yesterday do affect the present and the future. So I didn't really understand this growing up, right? And I think there's different ways to say that phrase of like, yesterday's choices affect today's decisions. I don't know. Okay. But basically, every decision that we make in our life, we are the sum total of that. We're the sum total of the choices that we make. My dad used to tell me that all the time. You are the sum total of the choices you make. And every day we get to decide on something. If it's our health, we don't wake up, in situations, years down the line. If for 40 plus years you've been doing not so great with what things that you need to do, it makes sense. And so it's the little incremental things that we do or don't do that shape our tomorrow. And so every decision is a footprint. Choose wise and think of the long-term impact. Now you try and talk over them like, because they're going to stop talking. Hey, it's unnecessary. There's nobody here for you. You don't got to do that. Number 8, and just in case you didn't hear what I said, let me repeat it. Every decision leaves a footprint. Choose wisely and think about the long-term impact that your choices will have. That is something I am learning in real time, especially when it comes to my finances, when it comes to my health, when it comes to how I'm raising my children. Because for me, I'm like, I got to make certain deposits into my babies so that when they're adults, they want to kick it with their mama, right? So yeah. Number 8, words have power. Yeah, I remember growing up and it would say, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never. Words hurt. It's a lie. Let me just stop there. Words hurt. Words hurt. They really do. Hush. And it don't feel good. And the words that we tell ourselves, the words that we allow to speak out of our mouth and place into the universe in the way that we do, we got to be careful. So what we say has the power to lift or tear down. So we need to use our words to inspire and build. And I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to add another thing to that. Start with yourself. I'm talking to myself too. Start with you. Do right by you. Tell yourself sweet nothings. Remind yourself, you know what? I am bad. I'm dope. I am all these things. And affirm yourself and really believe it. And start to undo the things that have been told to you. Start to address the lies, get under the root of where some of these core beliefs come, because a lot of the stuff that we take on, that our parents took on and their parents, it was put in by somebody else. And we want to do better, especially if we're raising little humans. We got to be mindful. We ain't going to be perfect, but we're going to be better. Number 9, get the therapy. The deep work. The best money I spend is with my therapist. No lie. She's my best friend that I pay for. I know ethically she could not be my friend and all things, but she's my friend in my head because, baby, she good at what she do. And the woman you see now and the one that I'm becoming is because of the deep work that I've been doing for the past 2 years. My healing journey kind of started during the pandemic in 2020. And it started with me doing some like kind of rebellious acts that I consider rebellious. One was, well, for actually no, 2019, y'all was bald. I had cut all my hair off. I had faded my hair all the way down. It was gone. And then in 2020, I decided to get locks. I got my nose pierced for the first time. This is the third try. We finally got it. And then I circled back to writing. I circled back to one of my first loves, which was writing and telling stories and getting to do that. And so the healing journey kind of started like almost 5 years ago, but it's within the last almost 2 years. It's really ramped up and I've gone as deep as I've been doing because I'm the type of therapy that I'm doing, which is EMDR, trauma therapy, game changer. So healing the journey, it's messy. It's not linear. It's all over the place. But therapy could be powerful. Could be a very powerful tool to help you navigate life's challenges. And so there are resources out there. There is free to low cost therapy. ChatGPT is not your therapist. I know a lot of people use it for that. You need to find somebody. And number 10, to round out part 1 of this series, is as much as it sucks, get into a consistent workout routine because I promise you, let me tell y'all, the way Paranisha be coming for me is ghetto. She ghetto, and I don't like it. Paranisha is my perimenopause, and between her night sweats that she be giving me, between the night sweats that I be having, fooling with her. Hold on, well, I thought I put my thing on. Let me start over. As much as it sucks, get into a consistent workout routine. Y'all don't judge me. I'm gonna do this. I'm getting to get them. Exercise is not just about the body; it's about the mind too, and it boosts mood and energy levels. And that is something I've learned. It is something that has helped with my depression. It's something that helps when I have moments of depression. It helps me with anxious feelings. It helps me be a better me, right? But also because Pernisha be acting up and she be trying to take me down, I have to work out. Because if I don't work out, I feel achy, I feel nauseous, I feel like all types of very weird perimenopausal like symptoms, and I don't like it. And so it's just better for me, better for everybody if I just do what I need to do. Work out, friend. And also, kind of going back to some of the choices that we talk about, the choices of yesterday affect our past. I mean, yesterday, uh, I got it. The choices of yesterday affect our present and future. Work with me. Y'all know I got a little list. And sometimes I think my braces be acting up. But anyway, we want to make good choices today, right? And so we want to make those deposits. So if you're a young person watching this, trust me, do what you need to do. All right? All right. So if you like this information, let me know in the comments and tell me which one of these life lessons resonates with you. And if you have some life lessons, like share them. Like let's connect, let's, learn from one another. This is a community. So, and don't forget to, what they say, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll be back with part 2. So talk soon. Peace.